Learning a foreign language can be life-changing. In the previous videos I talked about how learning French changed my life. Well, learning Brazilian Portuguese actually also changed my life. And the reason that I'm here with you today recording this video is actually all thanks to that decision that I made at a certain stage of my life that I wanted to learn Brazilian Portuguese. Now, let me share with you my story. Hey everyone, welcome to Language Boost, the channel for your language learning tips, tricks, and of course, motivation. Now, let me share a little bit with you guys here on how learning Brazilian changed my life and how it can change your life as well. Well, it all started, I think it was like 5 years ago. Previously, I went on an exchange in parts of Asia, in China, of Indonesia. Then I came back to the Netherlands. I started my own translation business. This was an online business, which allowed me to basically work from everywhere I wanted. And I had all these great experiences in Asia, and I was thinking by myself, what's next? Am I going back to Asia, or am I going to try out another part of the world? So I had a few friends who went to Brazil before, and they said, "Jan, Brazil is a life-changing experience. Go there, spend a few months in Brazil, learn the local language, and you will have an amazing time." I spent 1 month in Belo Horizonte, and I set the goal to become conversational in Brazilian Portuguese in only 1 month.
E aí, galera? Estou aqui em Brasil, em Belo Horizonte, frente de Praça da Estação.
Now, my Portuguese was not very good after that month, but I had learned some Spanish before, and I actually managed to hold conversations within a month. I understood a little bit of the language. It was not so bad. I had a great time in the country, and 1 year later I thought, why not going back, this time learn the language for real, and spend 3 months in Brazil. Again, in the beginning I went to Belo Horizonte because I already knew some people there, and I actually had this friend, Fabricio. I used to practice my Portuguese. We used to do an language exchange, Portuguese, Dutch, and he lived in Sao Paulo. By the way, Fabricio also has a YouTube channel. I will put the link in the description below. He's a great polyglot from Brazil, speaks like, I don't know, 9, 10, 11, maybe even more languages. And Fabricio said, "Jan, if you come to Sao Paulo, I have a friend here. He also speaks many languages, and you can maybe sleep at his couch. That way you don't have to stay in a hotel." So I contacted Lucas, and that's actually the same Lucas as Lucas here from Language Boost. Lucas? Hey, I'm actually recording a YouTube video. Yeah, you're in the video now. So far, I had been learning Portuguese. I had been learning it and I had been studying it. I took lessons, but I had not really been immersed in the language. And Lucas said, "Yeah, you know what? I'm learning Dutch. Why not set a challenge for ourselves? And one day we're going to speak in Dutch. The next day we do only in Portuguese, and then again in Dutch, and then only in Portuguese." And then we did that for 2 weeks. And I thought by myself, man, this is going to be very, very intense, because I was still a beginner basically. But we managed to do it. And I talked about this in another video, that immersion, of course, can work, but the requirement is that it needs to be comprehensible input, comprehensible immersion, basically. So if you go to a country where everyone is speaking the language at a native level around you, you're not going to be able to you're going to be overwhelmed by the language, and you're not going to be able to learn so much. But Lucas actually adapted himself to my level, and he was really pushing me all the time to speak the language. He was speaking slowly, he was not using too difficult words, he was actually adjusting to my level. And that gave me the opportunity to, practice a lot, all day long, basically, for 2 weeks. And after those 2 weeks, my Portuguese was actually, I was conversational after 2 weeks of intensive exposure and practice, of course. And Lucas' Dutch was also going very well. Now, Lucas, of course, eventually became the co-founder of Language Boost. We were talking about language learning and about all these all the methods that he had tried. And Lucas actually tried way more language learning methodologies than I had, and he was also better at languages. He was super fluent in Russian, all these Slavic languages, also the Romance languages. He spoke much better than I did. So yeah, we found a very good. We saw the future of Language Boost basically. So you can learn a language for your career. You know, if you want to work as an interpreter, as a translator, like then you really need this. Then this language is very important for me. It's more, it opens doors, and in this case, it has opened the door to a Language Boost, and that's the reason why we have been running a Language Boost for 2 or 3 years now. And yeah, that's also the reason I'm here with you shooting this video today. Now, the reality is that in my daily life here, I don't speak Portuguese. Actually, I don't use it at all. Yeah, you might think, okay, well, if that's it, you know, who knows what can bring it in the future. I haven't done so much with Portuguese on this YouTube channel. We haven't done so much with Language Boost at the Brazilian market. Who knows in the future? I would love to also give seminars or workshops, do more in Brazil. And then again, those Portuguese skills are going to become very relevant again. So who knows? That was basically it. This month we're going to talk about Brazilian Portuguese, so you're going to see more videos me speaking Brazilian Portuguese, although it has been a while for me. I hope I haven't forgotten it yet. That was it for now. Share with me your experience. Have you learned Brazilian Portuguese or not yet? If you have learned it, let us know in the comments below how it has changed your life, and if you haven't started with Portuguese yet, then let us know why you think it's going to be worth learning for you, how you think it's going to basically change your life. Yes? Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.